light you send out in energy will always come back to you, even if it doesn't look that way in the immediate moment. It means looking around at savage circumstance and not accepting it. It means hearing a chorus of cynics and not listening. It means confronting the darkest of nights and still insisting that you will shine your own. It is realizing that courage often is best shown in the determination just to get out of bed in the morning with the same persistent, courageous attitude of love day after day. My first client showed me this. I remember putting flowers before her door and someone came over to me and said, "Are you that lawyer boy that was helping her out?" And I said, "Yes." She goes, "Oh, I don't know what you did for her, but the last 3 days of her life were the happiest that I've ever known." I want to conclude with a very personal story. My grandfather, who has been at my every graduation, the man who in many ways vision shaped who I am, he gave me some words once. He said to me as I was leaving him, as he was battling cancer yet another time, he was weak and he was failing. I went to hug him and he reached up and grabbed my shoulder and looked at me and said, "I love you, I love your children, and I love your grandchildren." I thought for sure he was dealing with delirium or dementia because I still to this day am not married and most certainly do not have children or grandchildren. And I remember leaving feeling confused and almost seeing my mighty grandfather in this state, feeling hurtful for what he was enduring. Months later, I was campaigning for that big election in Newark, running for mayor my first time, and I got a phone call from my family member who said, "Call your grandmother right away, your grandfather has died." I'll never forget exactly where I was. I didn't listen. I pulled over to the side of the road and I wept like a little child, like the child he met on his first graduation, like a child who felt rudderless, like my hero had been taken. And as I sat there looking for meaning in all of it, I remembered his last words. He said he loved me, he loved my children, and he loved my grandchildren. I was told once by astrophysicists that if you look in the sky, you can see the light of stars, but many of them are dead and long gone, but their light and their energy lives on for eternity. This was my grandfather's way. While he was here, in every moment, he infused it with his unique energy and spirit and light. He faced segregation, he faced depression, he faced discrimination.